Organizing a trip requires a lot of effort. And if also you consider accessibility, this makes it even harder and much more hours into organizing a trip. I'm Alvaro, and I'm the co-founder and CEO of Wheel the World, and we believe every person with disabilities can explore without limits. We're making thousands of people travel to hundreds of destinations, and we have made this our mission of making travel accessible. But always, we are asked why accessible travel is costly and many times is more expensive than non-accessible travel. We want to cover this topic and answer the different questions related to this topic.
Why do group trips and multi-day trips cost what they do?
At Wheel the World, you can find group trips, that is a trip that you will be doing with other disabled and non-disabled people, and multi-day trips that are private itineraries that you can book for you and your family. Normally, we build group trips to become less expensive than multi-day trips. We are making sure that everything is accessible in the full itinerary. The accommodations, accessible transportation, and the main accessible activities to be done, that many times these require a more expensive service compared to the ones that doesn't require accessibility. We are making sure that everything is accessible for you, and if you want to consider a less costly experience, I would recommend group trips or just booking hotels and transportation services independently in our website.
What are the hidden costs people don't see?
Let me give you the example of accessible transportation. If you want to rent any given vehicle, it will cost you from $20 to $50 per day. An accessible van to rent it costs more than $150. That's the same for normally the accommodations, that the ones that are more accessible many times are the most costly ones. And in order to have all the information and all the efforts, we have required to do some extra effort in order to gather all that information and all the specific information and adjustments that you need to have an accessible experiences.
What do travelers get they can't find elsewhere?
When it comes to group trips or multi-day trips, accessibility has put as the priority thing that it's taken into consideration for the design of those experiences. High level of information, you will have to understand exactly how accessible and how do they fit in order to be on one of them. An accessible transportation to go to every single place that you are expecting to explore, and considering what are the accessibility features that these places that you will visit have when it comes to accessible bathrooms, paths, and every single accessibility feature. We will put that information to the front so you can understand what to expect, mainly considering traveling to other places where regulations are different when it comes to accessibility. When it comes to group trips, we try to bring the cost down because of allowing many people being on the same trip, so we reduce the prices. What we get at Wheel the World, for full transparency, when you book a trip through us, is on average a commission of around 15% of the price that you will pay. The rest is allocated to pay to the different accommodations, transportation services, and guides that will be able to execute this experience.
How do you ensure accessibility is real?
We are going into the details. We are mapping the accessibility through trained mappers that go with an app to collect all the details of accessibility, of accommodations, transportation services, and the attractions that are included in this kind of itineraries. That way you can see, when booking one of these trips, the detailed information on what to expect. Accessibility is different for everyone, And the key is to really understand if that accessibility fits your specific needs. It is hard many times to find those accommodations that will allow a group of 5 wheelchair users or 6 people with different kinds of disabilities to accommodate them in the same place. And many times finding that specific location that will allow everyone to have a great experience and the time of their lifetime is also challenging in order when it comes to costs and to the feasibility of the accessibility. We are working hard and we're confident that every single group trip has been designed that you have that great experience with everything taken in consideration.
What if someone can't afford a full group trip?
Yes. We totally understand and we totally get that accessibility in travel many times is expensive. And we're working every day to bring the cost down, but by making accessibility the mainstream and the standard. So any type of service can become accessible, so you can decide what to pick when it comes to prices. If group trips or multi-day trips are too costly for you, you can consider traveling locally, booking a specific hotel and experiences through wheeltheworld.com, that the same level of service you will have when it comes to the accessibility information and expectations, and you will be able also to travel without limits. You don't need to travel to the other side of the world in order to have a great travel experience of your lifetime. We believe everyone deserves to explore without limits. If you are now excited on booking a trip, go at wheeltheworld.com and find all our that we offer in more than 200 destinations around the world. If you have any questions, write a comment in this video, and we will be eager to answer anything that you have on mind. Thank you.